Hi guys. So I'm just connecting to my channel on my PC so that I can see live what I'm doing. So for those that don't know, I just made a live session, musical section with a friend of mine, which name is Mick Lester, and we did this live on on Instagram to have fun. So I don't know how many of you watched it. I hope few of you, so that you could have fun with us. So today we'll talk about the internship. Ah, you watched it, Siddharth. So Subham, yes. Hi Pasquale. Well, it's not so easy to improvise when you don't have the time to play a lot and a long time with your friend. So of course sometimes things were not really synchronized, let's say that, to be quite nice with ourselves. But at the same time, it was really fun. And I think that we have to do stuff like that, which is very creative, but at the same time, uh, it's really enjoyable. I mean, I really enjoy playing guitar. So very often I play by myself. I try to learn, I try to improve, I try to exercise. And then when I have the opportunity to do it with a friend that plays guitar too, that's the moment of reality to see if it works. Thank you, Kumar. Thank you. So I just want to tell you one thing that I don't know if some of you knows, but I have another YouTube channel which is Luciano Bove Music, okay, and the video of our live section, it's almost ready. I cleaned up of all the bad things that we did so that it looks a little bit more professional. And it's going to be live after this live that we will have today. Thank you, Siddharth. Yes, I have a Gibson Les Paul, but I didn't play it. Ciao, John. Hey, John, did you see did you see our musical play live? Yeah, today I played the Fender, the Stratocaster, and my friend Mick was playing a Reverend guitar, an American guitar, which I really like a lot. Okay, I put some. You can find in my story, John. It's gonna be there, I guess, for 24 hours. I think that's. But I'm going to put a video, a shorter video, with I would say video edited. Okay, so that there are only the nicest part of this musical play, and I'll put it on my second YouTube channel, which is Luciano Bove Music. That if you're interested, you can find also some other stuff that I published already. So instead of searching Luciano Bove car designer, you search for Luciano Bove Music. It should come out my second channel, which has only 16 followers because I recently started, and believe me, I don't play. I'm not a professional, so I can imagine that people might get annoyed. But there are a few things, and it's nice for me because it is a way to keep some of my stuff, and also to see the progression. And I'm starting to receive few comments that are encouraging comments, so this makes me feel good. Okay. All right, so now we are 14 already. If you don't mind, I would wait still 1 or 2 more minutes so that we will start talking about the internship. And of course, John will help me will help me on this chat, in this live chat, because I will give you my experience, my stories according to my experience, and of course John will have his. So it will be nice to integrate both of them. Ciao Kunal. Good evening, Subham. The second Subham. We have two Subham. And now we are 16. Okay. So are you ready for Christmas? Well, tomorrow I will travel. Tomorrow I will go to visit my family. I will go and meet my wonderful boys that are living in Italy. So we're gonna spend a few days together, just like 2 weeks ago when they came here. Now it's my time to go over there. Also also thanks to the Christmas. So it will be a good family time to spend together with family and really few close friends. Okay. So that's the reason why we are doing our live today, because tomorrow I will not be able to do it. It would be impossible because of traveling. So first of all, let's start. The internship. The internship, what is an internship? Now, it's not a real job, of course, because unless it would be a job. Thank you, Suba. Merry Christmas to you and your family too. And so, what I want to say, the internship, it's an opportunity, okay, that comes to any student, all right, that has the talent and the skills grown to a level that will enable him or her to try to get an internship, to be accepted by a company, a car company, design studio company, small tiny studio, whatever, it doesn't matter, it's experience. So that's a good opportunity. Buon Natale, John, Merry Christmas. Grazie, buon Natale. And it is the moment, okay, the most important moment in a student life to measure the proper capabilities in a real working environment. And the other good thing is that it's not just to go over there and show that you can do things. The most important things compared to school is that that's the real world. So you have an incredible opportunity to learn something that, of course, with the teachers and the students and the academic world, it will never be exactly the same. So there are a lot of little things that you can see, that you can smell, that you can feel, that you will never see, smell in school, because that is work, real work. And of course you will learn also what it means, when we are working in a team. We often talk in school about work, teaming of work, working a team, okay, teamwork, the magic word, okay, teamwork. And we, all the teachers, and I used to do it at my time, and also when I sponsor projects, to explain to everybody that the capacity of working in team, so with few other colleagues, in a harmony, it's really a very, very good thing. Because on the real job, in real life, a lot of projects are done in a team. And sometimes when I tell you about my stories, you see that I always talk about colleagues, never only by myself. It's not possible. Alone, I cannot do anything. I cannot. And the same thing is also for the big designers, the big maestros, like Giugiaro, for example, or Pininfarina. Imagine yourself, Giugiaro, only alone in a studio with his beautiful sketches and project alone. He wouldn't do anything. He could not go anywhere because there is a team made of engineers, designers, graphic designers, commercial, because there is someone that has also to sell your idea, okay, if you have to catch clients, for example, a freelance company. And John is saying something very good. Car design is a team sport. It's true. It is a team sport. So when you will have the opportunity to participate and be part of an internship program that generally will last between 3 months to 6 months according to the school rules, okay, and sometimes also according to companies, then you will experience this. But let's step back and let's go back a little bit to something that is more important before we get to the day we say, let's do it, I'm gonna try it. I have my book, I have my CV, the company came to school, or I am just writing to that company, I go visit that company, and I can show that I'm ready to play the game of the internship game. Okay, so what is important to do? How do you have to organize yourself? How long before you have to organize yourself? So there are a lot of questions that you should ask yourself, in my opinion, when you start school, because that's the time that you start seeing all your planning, okay, of your timing in school, and you know that after almost 2 years, you will have that windows of the internship open. And that window will happen only at that time, during your school time. So basically, what you have to do is not just to start school happy and try to do the best you can and thinking that you are doing this for your diploma. There are several things during those 3 years or 4 years of school that you have to consider to make sure that you have some steps to make to be always up there on the ladder of quality. And one of those is, of course, improve your skills. And that's according to the first part of school. And then when you start the second part of the school, the one where you start making projects, for example, at Art Center, it would be after the 5th semester. You know, 5th, 6th semester, that would be the time where you have to get involved with projects and, of course, maybe internship program. In some others, sorry, because there are some messages happening here also from Instagram because of the video of with my guitar, and so I have sometimes I am distracted by them. Stop, Instagram, still to play, please. Okay, so what I was saying, then there are some other schools that have a shorter time, so 3 years. That means after 1 year and a half, you have to start thinking that that window of internship will open very soon. So you have to prepare yourself. And I know that you're going to say, yeah, Luciano, but you always tell us the same thing, that we have to prepare ourselves. Yes, because it's exactly like at work. When I have a project, every project starts the same way. But for every project, I must prepare myself. Unless, even in the experience, I risk to miss that project. For example, the strategy. If the strategy is wrong, then with the wrong strategy, I miss the right timing, the right things, and then I find myself late. And if you are late, your situation is compromised because other people are not late, they run. So, same CCS. Usually, when you are a junior, you can apply for internship. This is at CCS in Detroit, design school. Great. So, it's very important that when you start at the beginning of the school, you give extreme, how can I say, extreme importance to all your projects, even the stupid ones. There are no stupid projects, but the beginning looks like very elementary scholastic stuff. Even to those, if you start those correctly, you get a discipline, okay? And you get the opportunity to improve. That's the first important step to make sure that you start with the right foot. And then when you acquire that mentality, that mental approach, which is more a professional mental approach, what happens? It happens that you get into a new frame mind in which you see yourself as a professional, not as a student. And that's important. Now, do you feel a student or do you feel a professional? Because if you feel as a professional, then you have a different attitude in school. You do the project because you have a goal. You don't do the project because so you can improve. Not just for that. And when you're in school at the beginning, you have a first important goal, okay? And your target, your first target, is the internship. And you want to get that internship. Because in your CV, if you get out of school without an internship, your CV will be less important, okay, less solid, let me see, a little bit weaker, okay, let's say that, compared to other CVs in which it's listed that you do have an experience made with an internship. Now, in Europe, there are some schools that ask a lot of internships, like 3, 4. In my opinion, that's not wise either. Because if you do a lot of internship in different type of companies, then you come back to school and you think that school is nothing because you already worked for about 8 months, a year, you know, even if in not continuously, so just in blocks. And that could change your mental approach about the school, which remains the most important thing. But if you have your internship, it is clear that your CV, the day you will look for a job, it's going to be a more solid CV than if you didn't have it. So now that we said this, and I think that I said it very clear with my poor English, let's go to the second thing, which is very important too. How do you prepare for that? Because you can tell me, yeah, but wait a moment, I'm just arrived, I'm just making the first exercise, I'm starting to understand where I am, if my skills are good enough, and everything, and you already want to charge my head with the responsibility and the pressure to work hard very well and very fast so that I can apply for an internship. But my answer is yes. Because if you want to be just a sufficient, how can I say, student that is happy with this constant, slow progression, that's fine with me. But are you sure it's really fine with you? Because school, especially design school and especially transportation design, it's a lot about competition. And you're going to get that competition also when you have to find an internship. Because companies will come to school, and there are probably, what, 6 companies, the best, because it's not like that. 6 companies with 1 internship each, so 6 places. Now, your class is 25, 22, 23, 20 people. There are still 14 people potentially out of the internship program. So only 6. Maybe one of the company will withdraw because they don't find what they are looking for. So from 6 you go to 5. Now you understand that that pressure, that I don't want you to get the first months of school, of course, but when after the first year of school, I think you should be very concerned. Then in that case, you have to understand that you have 25 students for 5 spots available in the industry. You can add 2 or 3 internationally, okay? But still. So, this is already the first information that you have to keep in your mind to help to drive yourself in terms of a responsibility. Are you enough responsible to be always very careful with what you're doing in school, with your work, with your progress, with your skills, with your improvement, and with the nature of your project, so that you can put together 5, 6, 4 projects kind of well done that can show to a potential company that even if you are still young in school, you are kind of ready and you deserve an internship chance? This is the question. And of course, don't forget that your chance is strictly connected with your creativity. So at the beginning of the school, even if you are very concerned with the technique, the skills, and everything else, which is very important, don't forget that you need to express your creativity as fast as you can, as fast as your improved skills give you the opportunity to better express yourself on paper, on Photoshop, with your model, with photography, whatever you want. Okay, the media, I let you the freedom to use the best media you think it's important to use. But so creativity, improvement, okay, and they should be very balanced already at the second year or year and a half of school, so that industry arrives, they know that you are young, that you still have a half school to go. And if they find a very good creativity with the good skills, then they will say, this guy or this girl, we should give them a chance. Because if this age, after only a year and a half of school, they already produce this, can you imagine in 2 years? And can you imagine once they will be integrated in our design company? So that's the point. And to be able to arrive to that, at that meeting, okay, that target meeting, prepared, it means that you must, of course, use the best sense of responsibility that probably you learn from your parents and behave like an old man or an old lady, okay, and not be too student, but trying to be more professional, just if you were already a young car designer working for somebody, with that responsibility to give your best, to help that company to grow and produce good products. Okay, this is, how can I say, was the introduction, a long introduction, that, in my opinion, explains you very well the approach that you should have when you start school, and when you get close to that magic internship window of time, when that window is open, and you, of course, can have access to that with your strength, with your young portfolio that has the projects that you have. I read few comments, and then I'll go back to you. Let me read. Is it true that in a creative career like car design, work experience is more important than academic achievements? Kunal, no, I don't agree with you. It's not true. If you get a good experience, when you work, it is thanks to the academic scholastic school period that you had in your design school. It's thanks to that. Because if you don't have that, you don't even get to a real job. So I think that John can also probably integrate my answer to you. Nikki, do you think that it's possible for a product design student try to apply for an internship if he has products and cars in his portfolio? Nikki, yes. My answer is yes, because we already saw it, and the very talented product design students that are able to do well both things, products and cars, mainly interiors, okay, they could have a very good opportunity in car design for job. I had a few colleagues that are really fantastic. One of them, I'm sure that John knows him, is Darren Cades, that is today VP Design at Plantronics in San Jose. Darren is a product designer from Art Center, and then he started with the interior in Fiat when I was there. He arrived 1 year after me, and he had a fantastic, and he has a fantastic career. You can find him on Facebook, and he does lots of beautiful sketches, incredible sketches, for fun, for his friends. Darren Cades, along with your personality, are what will get you an internship. Yeah, look what John just wrote, okay? Your portfolio, along with your personality, are what will get you an internship. Yeah, exactly. Okay, Nikki is happy about my answers, and I'm happy too. Pocket, hi Pocket, how you doing? Do they use eraser and pencil in card design? No, no erasers. We never use erasers. I never use erasers in my video tutorials. No, 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 no. No erasers. Sorry. Pencils, yeah, why not? Pencils is okay, but eraser, never. Siddharth, did students' projects bring into production by company? No, this is impossible. I'll tell you. I know sometimes I see on Facebook a sketch done by a student, and they say, "Hey, look, this brand copied my car. Look how similar they are." First of all, some of those sketches, they are not very creative. Okay, because if a sketch of a today car looks like a student's work, means that the student work, it's not very creative. Second, every student work, including my student when I was a student, okay, so I speak for myself, it's impossible to bring them to production because they would cost trillions of dollars, not millions, trillions. No, it's not possible. I'm sorry. So when you read on Facebook, some of your colleagues or some other people, I saw in Italy some people from a school, I don't want to say, hey, look, they just copied my idea. Look, they came to the school, and 2 years later, look at the car. When we start a car, we start 5 years before. And the research is done 6 years before. So it's impossible. Besides, when you see the car and the sketches, I'm sorry. It's only the people that think that they have been stolen when it's not the truth. It's impossible. Kuna, it was not my opinion, just something I heard that I wanted to verify from someone experienced. Thank you for cleaning. Okay, good, great. Can we apply for skill improvement in transportation design skill training? And how can we apply for that? Ayusha, Ayush, sorry, I didn't understand your question. I am sorry. Make your question a little bit more clear. Can we apply for skill improvement in transportation design skill training? And how can we apply for that? I don't know. You wait, Ayush. Do you mean that you would like to search a school in which you can apply for few classes just to learn better how to improve your skills? This is your question. Because if this is your question, I know that some schools give the opportunity to just pay for few classes that will last like the whole semester, and you follow only those classes. Okay, good. Then I understood. Thank you. And you don't get any diploma, of course, because you can't, but you will pay only for that service. Okay? And I know that Art Center at night, which is a night course with the same teachers, okay, because I started like that at Art Center when I was in college, so that I could take an advantage. I remember that they told me, if you enroll in Art Center full time and you are accepted, then those classes that you took already, they will be automatically accepted, included in your student exams list, so that I did not have to repeat them. Okay, and otherwise you get this, I think, a certificate of participation, something like that. So my answer is yes. Now the only thing is that you have to choose the right school, because I don't know. I know that Art Center does it. I know that the Italian design schools do it, because when I was teaching there, I asked them to do it, and I know that they are still doing it. So that's good. Maybe John could tell us if in CCS they also give the opportunity to follow some courses, even if the student or the person does not have intention to do the full course, because not everyone becomes a car designer. Yeah, Pocket, you're right. there are some people in my class at night, when I was at art center, I had a lady, 40 years old at that time. I was very young. So for me, she was old. Now today I'm 55. For me, she was young. But anyway, what I want to say is that that lady was in that class because she really wanted to learn better the illustration rendering techniques. And she was very nice, and she was wanted to become a better artist. So she paid for herself that class. That was a rendering class with Petrushka. I know that this teacher is still teaching in art center. He was young when I was a student. And it's the guy that taught us how to do the photorealism with gouache. I don't know if you saw my painting on Instagram or on my Facebook photo page. Okay, so John is telling us that CCS, you have to be enrolled as a regular student. Okay, so CCS does not give that opportunity. Too bad. But anyway, maybe that will change. Okay, good. So now that our introduction is finished, comes the time when we have to talk about how you select your portfolio for internship. Because we talked last time about the entry portfolio. Then we have a final portfolio, and we already talked about that, but we never really talked seriously about the internship portfolio. Well, of course, I have a little bit of sore throat, sorry. Of course, okay, good night. Ciao, Pocket. Ciao. Thanks for being with us this time. You can see the end tomorrow. Good night. So one thing that you have to consider is that this portfolio for internship, because it is for a real job, real partial job, okay, application, you have to give it, as we said, a particular attention, because it's going to be almost like you are preparing your job interview to get a real job, okay? So that's the attitude that you must have, as I said at the beginning. So when you have all your projects of this year and a half, okay, you will have, I think, around 4 projects, okay, even if they are not very important projects. And then you have illustrations, sketches, lots of sketches, some stuff that probably free style exercise that you did in school for some illustrations classes, okay? Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Michael. Welcome. Ciao. Ayush, so you know any university how gave scholarship for bachelor to No, Ayush, for that you have to contact the university. You will see on their website if they do it. You can contact them, write them, call them, whatever. You will find the information you're looking for. So what you have to do? You have to always organize your portfolio, I would say, in introduction, the middle part, which is very important, and the final part, which is more important than the middle part. As we say often, when we make a presentation and when we present a portfolio, the rule of communication basically is the same, okay? Wait, because I have a block on my PC. Okay, it's the same. What does it mean? That at the beginning, we are very, very careful. Our attention is 100%. In some cases, 120. Then as long as we move on that portfolio or in that presentation, you talking with your working behind you, okay? There is a moment where that attention comes down. This is physiologic. That's human. You can do nothing to keep somebody for 30 minutes, 100% with full attention. So, you have to put those projects together in a way that you can keep up, and always up the attention, even if you know that the attention in that moment it's a little bit less important, and you have to use your words, your how can I say, the tone of your voice, the sound of your voice, in a way that that the people are attentive, with attention. They are paying attention, and then at the end you put the most important project, the best project you have, because you want to end up with the peak, very high peak of attention, in a very high attention, very high quality, because that's exactly what they will remember. And it's on that project and on the beginning and the way you are that they will take that decision, if they take you on board or not. I hope I was clear in this explanation of how you organize your portfolio, okay? Sir, in what was the company found the student creative? Shubham, I'm sorry, we already talked about that. Hello, sir. Any available internship transport design in India? It's not the moment to ask me that, Pandya. Sorry. Lead with your... Okay, John is writing. So, tips from John. Lead with your best work. Finish with your best work. Middle, better work. Yes, it's exactly what I was trying to say. Because, as I said, it's very human, when we have this beautiful conversation, design talk, okay, I am sure that you that are following me from the beginning to the end, you remember very well the beginning, the things I say, and you remember very well the things I say at the end of my of my life. And there is a moment in between where you lose a little bit of attention, even if I try changing my voice tone, laughing and making jokes to keep up your attention, just like I used to do in school, telling jokes or having the music and stuff like that. But that's normal. But not everybody, can communicate with such a way that they know and they can feel when the other one is not paying attention. Because some people feel it, okay? It's, how can I say, a skill of communication. You see, like actors, the actors that are in theater, okay, not movie actors, but those that are on TV, live, or those that are in a theater, live, making their piece, they feel when the people in the theater are paying attention, having fun, or when they are starting to lose their attention. Well, you should try to do the same thing. Because now I will talk to you, as a next important thing, I will talk to you about when you have to talk with your portfolio. Because it's not enough to say, hey, look at this. You look at the guy is looking at your work, you wait without saying a word, he looks at you and says yes or no. It's not like that. John, first impressions will usually make or break the interview. Exactly. And I was coming to that. Because when you have your work, here there is, of course, a very important part of you, because there is your creativity, your project, your order, you show also your discipline, your professionalism, all those stuff that we want to see. We are searching in the portfolio that we receive, or the people that we listen to when they come for an interview, okay, for an entry portfolio interview. But there's another thing that we look at, just like for a real job interview, it's the first impression. What John was talking about. Now, I will tell you right away, but this is me, this is Luciano. I know that the other people might tell you some other things. And what I'm going to tell you, please don't take it as a discriminatory sentence or a consideration, because it's not that. But we are at work. Now, if I am waiting for this person that I never see before, that is young, and he comes with two piercings, one piercing here, a tattoo here, another here, and another on the hands and stuff, I'm sorry. I think that this is not really putting me, it does make me feel comfortable. I'm talking as a Luciano, okay? I'm not talking for the others, not for my other colleagues. Then there are a lot of people that don't tell you, okay? They will never tell you because they don't want to be accused of some stuff like that. So they will be very smiling and everything. And when you walk away, that you look like almost like a Christmas tree, okay? They will say, well, this guy no. But the reason is very simple. No, I don't want you to put the tie like when I was in school. That when we had the final presentation, we were with the tie, with the nice suit and stuff like that. No, the time changes. I know. And you know I am crazy enough to accept that. Because I'm 56 almost, and sometimes I behave like I had 30. So, especially when I'm with young people, like you. But, at the same time, there is something, ciao Harim, ciao. But at the same time, there is something that is called respect for the others. That is very important because if we take you, we will take you within other people. And I know how is my family. I know my family very well. So if I take someone for an internship or for a job, do you think that I'm gonna take someone that might create sort of a confusion or cultural strange things? I'm gonna find someone of any nationality, of any sex, I don't care about that, but that from an educational point of view, can be integrated, okay, in my team. Ciao Carlos Martinez, ¿cómo estás? Okay, so what is a pocket? There is another video where I wrote about portfolio, okay? So please, you go and check that video. It's only dedicated to portfolio, and in that video you will find a lots of excellent comments from John. We will ask ourselves, will this person fit into our studio team? Yes, that's the magic question. Now I want you to give an answer. You students, because you have to put also a little bit in our shoes. Not think and say, well, you know what, I have a knocking out portfolio, I'm gonna go there, I'm gonna get it. Yeah, you can have that attitude, but before you do that, look at yourself at the mirror. Check if you are, if you can be integrated, okay? And it's not just because of the piercing or, I don't know, the LEDs that are going up and down, on and off on your head. Not so much for that. It's the whole. Do you fit as a whole into a working environment or within my family members? That question you have to consider. And my suggestion is that you learn how to acquire. Now, I don't know, there is no magic trick to teach you about that. But in a way, you have to try to understand what does it mean to have that, to give that feeling that you have a sort of a professional, feeling within you, within yourself, and me on the other side, when sees you, feels that effectively you do have it. And then I feel good, I feel comfortable. So, this can come out also the moment you will talk, how you give your hand. Now, I'll tell you another example. If there is someone that gives the hand, okay, the beginning, hi, good morning, how are you, what's your name, Or I have your CV, hi, you are Mr. Michael Freedom. Hey, nice meeting you, come here, come on in, sit down. You have your portfolio with you? Okay, so tell me, you went to the school XXX FF and tell me how did you choose that school, why you choose that school, how come you wanted to become a car designer, stuff like that. So before I get to that, I shake hands, that's a normal code of being polite. But for me, it's a way to test you. And few people know that. Because if you give me a hand that is swearing a lot, that's not a problem. But if I see that he's swearing, I know that you are someone under stress. And you are someone that gets stressed very easily. Now, if you give your hand that I call the dead hand, like I do this, and your hand stays like that, like a dead body, I don't like that because I think that you are not honest with me, that you are hiding something. I might be wrong, I might be right. So that's not nice, because if you had to be my team, we are all nice people, we want to have fun, we're going to have somebody that is not starting to give us a negative feeling. You understand? Maybe you are an honest person, but there is something that is wrong with you. Maybe you have a problem because when you were a kid. Maybe you are problematic on some things. Maybe you are somebody that to who I can talk about your work. But if I say, hey, look, you have to redo your sketch because I cannot present this one, then you feel blessed right away. And then you start becoming kind of negative against me just because I made an honest comment being your boss. So this is something that you have to consider. You have to consider that when you shake hands with someone, when you start talking to someone that you don't know that is important than you and has experience, and you are in their house, you should be smiling, you should give trust, you should transmit it and transfer confidence. You have to do in a way that I see you and I say, I think this guy is good. I might be wrong, but I think this guy is going to be good. You know, already before I open your portfolio. And that's the same thing for job interview. The two things are the same. So when we talk about how you present your work with your voice, in reality, we say, how do you present your work with your words, but with your body too? And that's what we call body language. The body language is important. If you talk to a psychologist about body language, he will tell you all the tricks. When people, start doing this and doing that, when they talk and say, I tell you the truth, and they're looking down, they are not looking straight in your eyes, they are just saying something that is not true. There are lots of signals that are very human. It's not that that you guys do this on purpose. So you gotta be careful. I had a colleague, that never looked in my eyes when he talked to me. One day I told him, look, but am I talking to a doll? Are you a Muppet? Come on, man. I mean, if you're a Muppet, I'm sorry, I don't want to talk to you anymore. Look at me in my eyes when we're talking, especially if I get mad, or if you are mad. Talk to me in my eyes. Look at my eyes. The eye contact. Eye contact is important. Because from the look, the sight of people, from the expression, we understand a lot of things. And you can also understand a lot of things about me that is looking at your portfolio. If you're smart enough, let's say the truth. If you're a smart ass, you will probably understand a lot more than what I'm studying about you. You understand what I mean? So all that thing, it's not a magic. It's something that comes because you exercise. Master Roshi. Ciao, Master. First impression. Yeah, John. Exactly. Sir, are internship portfolios similar to portfolios for Master of Design? Yeah, I can say yes, but there is no difference between a Master Design and internship portfolio. I mean, portfolio is a portfolio. Master Design, I think it's at the end of your master. So the structure, as we said, the way you talk, the way you behave, the way you present, and the way you organize your portfolio is the same. Of course, it's the same. What it changes is the content and the context, because you are not applying for a job, a real job. You're applying for a stage, for an internship. So for a limited time of working period, which is there to be tested. And then there is another thing very important. Don't forget that usually when a company, especially today with the economical crisis, we cannot spend a lot of money in internship just you used to do a long ago. Okay, we take one or two because the intention is to hire. So everything is really coming down to the strict minimum necessary. So this is stressing the factor of quality. Quality person, quality portfolio, quality creativity, okay, quality attitude, professional approach. So that's why it's even harder today than compared to before, my opinion. Winter internship, Mr. Raul Gavale. Some schools do it, yeah. So some companies offers, yeah. But in general, for us, it has been always spring time or summertime internship. Let's say starting in May, ending in the end of August, half September. Yeah. Okay. So now, so we talked about, I would say, until now, the key factors of how you organize your portfolio for internship, how you should supposed to use your body language, your tone of voice, and how you organize your book. And then there is another thing, which is how you behave. Because when you talk to someone, of course, we like people that are humble. That's normal. Because you don't know, but maybe in front of you, you have some people that have lots of experience, made several cars in production. Maybe before they were in Volkswagen, then they went to Audi. And after they are working in BMW as managers. You have your interview with the guy from BMW. And you're showing your sketches and you say, this is good design, not just like, for example, a few years ago, there was a Volkswagen design that I really didn't like it because it was too flat, stuff like that. And you don't know that in front of you, you have exactly the guy that was in Volkswagen 10 years ago before arriving to BMW. So be careful to make those type of stupid, heavy, and bad mistakes because usually in that moment they carry off, of course. It shows that you are someone that to show that he's good is talking bad about someone else. And that's not nice, especially in car design, which is already a particular environment of people sometimes that behave more like women that boys, okay, because of jealousy stuff. You cannot go there and talk bad about something else to talk well about yourself or your work. So that's why I'm saying be humble. Also because people that are in front of you have generally a strong personality. There are people that are managers, that are directors, or expert designers. They have 20 years of experience. Those people already see a lot of things, put already some projects in production. They lived in incredible, passionate experiences of hard working and at the same time of hard problem to solve. So those are people that you don't know all the anecdotes, of course, of their professional life. And those people are people that have strong personality. So if you go and play there like you have a strong personality and you have a cool dude, you are a cool dude. The guy is gonna laugh at you. He won't tell you, but once you are out, they'll say, but go somewhere else. Huh? It's normal, it's normal, it's normal. It is normal. Okay? So I hope you will be fired already at that time. Yeah, you're gonna have you will sign a firing contract. Okay, last thing I want to tell you, most of the internship in most of the design school and countries are paid, okay? This means that you will be asked if you have the chance to get an internship, you will be asked to sign a confidential contract, a real job contract with a given date of start and end. You will be, of course, taken care by the company, just like any worker. So for your health, insurance, and all that stuff, you will get some amount of money that, of course, is less because you are a student, that will be delivered, paid on your bank account. For 3-4 months, you will have some money coming in. And for those that have to travel, they have to go aboard, of course, they have to rent an apartment. A part of that money will be spent for that. And also, if you spend all the money to live over there, you are left with nothing. It's always important to have an internship and to go for it, because you learn experience. And that experience will help you for the last 1.5 to 2 years to make sure that you know better than the other students how you have to continue, because you know what the industry is expecting from you, and you know how you can improve your final portfolio to get a real job interview that will be successful for you. Okay. All right, so ciao, I'm about to apply for some internship for next year. Would be able to get some feedback on my current product from you. Hey, Feds, yes, this is possible if you contact me on Messenger, or on LinkedIn. And on LinkedIn, you can leave in the chat your PDF, because that's what I do usually. And then from Messenger, the same thing. You leave your PDF, writing a few lines saying that you talk, you participate to this light talk, design talk, and I remember you, and I will give you feedback, of course. Pay for automobile journalists. No, the companies don't pay for automobile for internships. I don't know where you read this. No, you're welcome, Feds. No, internship, students, little money, and a lot of work. That's basically what he's supposed to do. Before I leave you, the last thing, which is very important, a few minutes on that, because I got caught with your comments and I didn't talk about that. Don't forget, the most important thing is once you are accepted. So when you will be working, you will be working with a tutor. Like, for example, I am a tutor, okay? In Renault, in our studio. I am an internship tutor, intern tutor. So he will observe you. He will be like your manager. He will help you if you have difficulties, bureaucratic stuff. But he's expecting from you to behave like a designer. So if you start behaving like a student and not like a designer, you will compromise your internship. Means that they will take you off from the list. Your internship will go until the end, because that's the rules, okay? We respect the law, but once it's finished, that's it. Finished forever. So when you are there, listen to what the tutor has to say, listen to what the director will tell you when you will pass by to check your drawings, listen to your colleagues that work over there, the advices, the tips, and check what they do, how they work, how they sketch, okay? Learn from them and try to make the best of your internship, to learn in a very constructive way, but also to give a constructive feedback, okay, in terms of work to that company, knowing that if you do it well, maybe half of your foot it's already inside that company, because they might call you 1 year later or 6 months later. Mohammed, no more than 40 pages. Yeah, the number of portfolio. Yeah, don't make portfolios that are too long, because nobody's gonna see it. People from India, I know that sometimes you do that, and I don't know who gives you that advice. As John said, no more than 40 pages in your portfolio. One time I got a portfolio with 150 pages. I did not see it because that's a waste of time. Okay? And time is money, especially when we're working. Sir, I'm about to apply for Master in Design. Good for you. Aryan, did my bachelor's in engineering. I did my bachelor in engineering, okay? No doubt about that. What type of portfolio do they expect from March? Are they different from the ones of admissions in bachelors? No, you have to the same thing, the same thing. You have to show the best that you can do so far, and go and check my video about the entry portfolio. In that video, the entry portfolio is in the list of my YouTube channel. I showed some samples, and John, that is watching us, also wrote that the samples I was showing were very good examples of what you should put in such a portfolio. Okay, and of course, if you do better than that, much better, I am very happy for you. On the 5th, yeah, I see that. I was an Indian guy. I was not the only one, because I received others that were not under 50, but close to 100. And also because it becomes very repetitive. So you're abusing of my time. Should a designer respond to criticism? How should a designer respond to criticism? Designer or student? Because a student should just be quiet, listen, think, and maybe, of course, answer back, but understand well the criticism. Designers sometimes are hard to take criticism. It's like that because of personality, because of our ego, because we do have a strong ego, and me too. Okay, so I say it. I also have a strong ego, but believe me, directors and super directors even have a stronger ego, so that's okay. But if the designer is intelligent, he will do the same thing again. He will reflect. He will think about the criticism. And if he's or she is not does not agree on something, will find a polite way to answer back, saying why he does not agree. If that criticism is just to bless somebody, because this happens at work, then you should show your strong character and answer back with politeness, but to have a really dry answer to make understand to the other person that is just making a big mistake in talking to you like that, because respect is respect, always. Okay, all right. So a good designer should know how to accept constructive. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, exactly. John is right. Hello, sir. How do we know that the company is taking it? It's usually car companies go to school for search for internship, for students for internships. Okay, or you can ask the school, or you can imagine that you love BMW or Chevrolet, and also I don't know Geely in China. And then you will write emails with your book, with your CV, to those ones via email, and you can find all the contacts on LinkedIn. Come on, guys, use your brain. Go on to LinkedIn. There are a lot of students on LinkedIn that are following me. So you should go on linkedin.com, open up your account, say that you are a student, okay? Even if you don't show nothing, it's okay. But that will give you access to information, important information. Okay, so I take advantage of today live talk to give you and to give you my best and warmest Christmas, okay, wish for you, your families, okay? I imagine many of you will have holidays. For those that want to have a good time at work, and wishes for your holidays in your countries according to your traditions. And I hope that you will be with us and with me again in a week, okay? Because after the 27th, I will be back here and I will prepare, after those 3 days of Christmas holidays, the next video sketching tutorial, okay? There are few new videos that I put on my channel yesterday, so if you like, if you didn't see it, please go and check it out. Leave your comments. For those that are not subscribed yet, subscribe, share this video once it's on live and registered on saved on the YouTube channel, and go and check my Luciano Bove music channel on YouTube, okay? Put your likes. I need some subscribers because I'm really bad on that channel. I have only 16, I'm gonna cry. Okay, ciao, buon Natale, grazie, merci, thank you very much, bye, arigato gozaimasu, gracias, bye, ciao John.